Welcome to the Fitness Motivation channel. In today's episode, we will discuss Carriejune and Bowlby, widely known by the pseudonyms Miss Carriejune, or the Mini Beast, who is one of the most recognizable yet controversial figures in the digital fitness economy. This report aims to provide an in-depth, multidimensional analysis of her career, from the genesis of her motivational brand to an examination of the complex and troubling legal ties and operational risks that pose a fundamental threat to the integrity of her ventures. The central thesis of this analysis is that while Bowlby's career serves as a textbook example of rapid success achieved through effective use of social media platforms, her business is chronically burdened and jeopardized by connections to serious financial and pharmaceutical crimes. These associations and the resulting direct legal proceedings, combined with the diversification of revenue streams into an implicitly erotic domain, create a picture where the public fitness persona functions as a deliberately constructed business facade, often referred to as a front. The analysis was conducted based on publicly available sources, including online legal and court documentation, official government communications justice.gov, and a broad range of social media content analysis. Particular emphasis was placed on verifying critical points of contact between her commercial activities and private life with documented cases of economic crime, allowing for an assessment of the actual reputational and financial risk associated with the Mini Beast brand. Background and early career. Carriejune Ann Bowlby was born on February 7, 1996 in New Jersey. This geographical fact, as industry observers note, is somewhat rare in a sector dominated by influencers from Florida or California, which may have helped build a more raw and authentic image. Her physical dimensions are 5 feet 6 inches tall, approximately 168 centimeters, and she weighs 60 kilograms. Bowlby's career in the fitness industry began in earnest about 6 years prior to some reports, suggesting a period of intense training and public image building starting around 2016 to 2017. Initially, she focused on promoting the idea that strong is the new sexy, which allowed her to stand out against traditional fitness modeling. Evolution of private life and partnerships. The evolution of her personal life is crucial to understanding her current operational situation. Initially, she was publicly associated with and married to NPC, National Physique Committee, competitor Steve Ace, from whom she eventually divorced. In recent years, her image has shifted towards promoting the success of an independent female entrepreneur. But this has been accompanied by a strategic concealment of her current partner's identity. Public sources indicate that her current husband or partner is identified as Paul, or Paul Gryszkiewicz. The fact that Carriejune Bowlby does not publicly feature him raises suspicions, which are explained in social media by his documented criminal past. This early strategic concealment of a partner indicates a conscious attempt to manage a serious reputational risk before this information became widespread in influencer analysis communities. Building reach and the fitness facade. The Mini Beast official brand is organized around an image of inspiration and hard work, evident in titles promoting her as the fitness queen who built an empire from scratch. Her primary channels for communication and audience building are Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, where she posts motivational fitness clips and promotes a healthy lifestyle. This public face is intended to generate traffic and legitimize her activities. In terms of commercial ventures, Bowlby owns the Mini Beast apparel clothing line and sells workout programs through her own website. Analysis of monetization vectors. A key element of analyzing her business model is the disparity between the public narrative and the actual monetization vectors. Analysts note that her public-facing website and fitness business are merely a front for other, more lucrative financial operations. Resources confirm that Bowlby actively diversified her income towards premium subscription content. She has links to paid platforms, VIP/OnlyFans, which, as comments in online communities indicate, are the main magnet for her XL following, a large group of subscribers, predominantly male. This is a strategic split. The fitness facade builds mass reach and business legitimacy, while the erotic-themed paid subscriptions provide a targeted, rapid source of high-margin income. In the context of fraud reports, such a financial structure creates the impression that the public fitness business is a tool used to legitimize and mask obscure cash flows, potentially originating from less traditional or illicit sources, especially since opinions have surfaced that the quality of this paid content is poor, garbage. Key alliances and scandals. A pivotal moment in Carriejune Bowlby's career that significantly contributed to her meteoric rise was her collaboration with the supplement company Blackstone Labs. Bowlby, under the Mini Beast pseudonym, actively promoted the company, participated in podcasts, and attended events, including the #AskPJ series hosted by PJ Braun. Legal context of Blackstone Labs. Analysis of this partnership requires legal context. Blackstone Labs, with whom Bowlby was so closely associated, became embroiled in one of the most serious scandals in the supplement industry. The founder and former president, Aaron Singerman, age 41, was sentenced to 54 months in prison on January 27, 2022. The case involved a conspiracy spanning from 2012 to 2017. Singerman pleaded guilty to leading a conspiracy to sell illegal anabolic steroids and other substances as dietary supplements, even though they were non-compliant with federal law and unapproved by the FDA. The company and its co-conspirators defrauded consumers by falsely claiming the products were safe, legal, and manufactured in FDA-approved facilities. Worse still, they ignored reports of consumer injuries and failed to notify the FDA, even when required by law. Impact on Bowlby's brand integrity. The period during which Bowlby experienced meteoric growth through collaboration with Blackstone Labs directly coincided with the period when Singerman and his associates conducted their criminal conspiracy, 2012 to 2017. Consequently, Bowlby's professional and financial success was built on the reputational foundation of a company that deliberately and systemically defrauded consumers and illegally distributed controlled substances. This connection is a critical element undermining the ethical basis of her early career in the supplement industry. Despite a lack of evidence of her direct knowledge regarding the illegal nature of the substances sold by the company, her decision to strategically partner with an entity whose leader was convicted of pharmaceutical fraud and regulatory disregard constitutes a significant indicator of high operational risk and potential lack of due diligence in choosing business partners. Analysis of legal risk and criminal connections. The most serious risk associated with the Mini Beast brand stems from direct and indirect ties to financial crime, which have over time led to personal legal proceedings against Carriejune Bowlby. Connections to a convicted person. Paul Gryszkiewicz. Carriejune Bowlby's life partner, identified as Paul, is publicly linked to a serious criminal history. In online sources and industry reports, he is identified as a convicted felon who received a 20-year prison sentence for fraud, money laundering, and pharmaceutical fraud. Despite an early release, there is speculation that he may have reverted to it. His criminal specialization, pharmaceutical fraud and money laundering, is particularly relevant because it resonates with the fitness and supplement industry in which Bowlby operates. This personal relationship is viewed by industry critics as an explanation for the Mini Beast business model. Opinions have emerged that Bowlby's entire public activity is a total front, created to legitimize funds, a phenomenon typical of money laundering operations. The origin of significant wealth, e.g. reports of owning 10 Lamborghinis, is questioned when her fitness business and supplements allegedly have no real online traction. Direct legal proceedings. The risk has evolved from associative to direct, as Carriejune and Bowlby herself became the subject of a civil lawsuit for fraud. The lawsuit was filed in Lake County, Florida, titled Hakopian Sauerin versus Bowlby Carriejune Ann. Although the details of the lawsuit require further verification, reports from social media and legal circles suggest the case is related to a fraud involving the sale of a luxury car Lamborghini. The filing date, according to available sources, was July 8, 2025. The growth of wealth and simultaneous connection to a person convicted of money laundering and fraud, combined with her own fraud lawsuit regarding asset sales, creates a consistent pattern of high financial risk. Analysis suggests that her role may have evolved from a passive beneficiary of obscure connections to an active participant in questionable financial transactions. Image versus reality. The analysis of Carriejune Bowlby's image reveals a profound disparity between the carefully constructed narrative of success and the hidden reality. Publicly, Bowlby is a motivational fitness icon. Privately, she's associated with serial economic criminals and is personally sued for fraud. Investment in facades and capital legitimation. The use of social media to promote an extremely luxurious lifestyle, e.g., owning expensive cars, is a key marketing tool. This image serves a dual purpose. First, it strengthens the credibility of the Mini Beast brand, attracting subscribers to training programs and paid content. Second, and more importantly in light of money laundering ties, it serves as a strategic investment in facades. If Bowlby's legitimate products, apparel, programs, have minimal real market traction, and simultaneously her partner specializes in economic crime, it logically follows that the legal business, Mini Beast Official, plays the role of a money laundering vehicle. By creating a seemingly legitimate source of income, e-commerce, adult content, it becomes possible to explain the origin of large illicit revenues that need to be introduced into the financial system. Ethics and reputational risk. This disparity has serious ethical consequences for the entire industry. Case studies, such as the promotion of Blackstone Labs, illustrate the role of influencers in legitimizing products and companies that deliberately misled consumers about the safety and legality of substances. Additionally, Bowlby's attempts to manage reputational risk, including reports of actively paying to remove negative information from the internet, demonstrate her awareness of the threat. However, the inability to effectively scrub her online history means her image remains permanently linked to pharmaceutical and financial crime, creating chronic instability for the Mini Beast brand. Summary and assessment of long-term risk. Carriejune and Bowlby's career is a classic example of contradictory digital success. She built a powerful fitness brand and e-commerce enterprise while simultaneously using high-risk revenue diversification adult content and profiting from strategic but unethical Blackstone Labs or criminal partner Paul Gryszkiewicz connections. The long-term legal and operational risk is extremely high. The transition from associative risk to direct liability in the form of a civil fraud lawsuit indicates an escalation of legal problems. The constant exposure to risk associated with a partner's criminal record, specializing in money laundering and pharmaceutical fraud, means that the Mini Beast financial system is inherently unstable. Doubts about the real traction of her legal products question the long-term profitability of the brand without support from questionable capital sources. In conclusion, the Mini Beast empire is a business model with high financial and reputational leverage which, while generating significant revenue, appears to be integrated with economic crime. The business forecast suggests that the brand cannot survive the accumulating legal and ethical pressure without a radical change in operational structure and the elimination of toxic connections. Her continued development will depend on the outcome of ongoing lawsuits and the ability of regulatory bodies to penetrate the facade of digital success.
That's all for today's episode. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date. Leave your mark in the comments section. You can also suggest whose biography you'd like us to create for you. Support our channel so we can grow faster. Thank you very much for all your support. See you in the next episode.